What is up, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with Modou, Njie, the CEO of Ngelmack Construction, and our topic is why is housing expensive in the Gambia, or why the average Gambian cannot afford housing.
Housing is a number one priority for every Gambian. Each and every day you think about like, can I charisma and so on and so forth. But then let's take it as a simple scenario. A bag of cement is costing $325. $325. And then for a simple bungalow you need at least 5,000 blocks. Every block you farm 25 bucks per block. No, 25 blocks per block.
How much does like a 3-bedroom house cost? Like how much a 3-bedroom house?
3-bedroom house. It depends on the building standards. It will not cost you nothing less than 1.5 million.
Like a 3-bedroom house.
3-bedroom house.
Wow.
Complete.
And how many Gambians can afford that?
Very few. You need very few, or you have been in a service or in the working field for almost 25 years plus. So that the young Gambian cannot.
The young Gambian cannot.
Yeah.
Cannot do
And
that.
you see, in Africa, probably you would see what their term of affordable houses start from $60,000. $60,000. That is affordable.
That is affordable housing.
Yeah. But the term affordable housing doesn't suit the Gambian pay scale. Rather, we should look into low-cost housing.
Low-cost housing.
Yeah, low-cost housing in a sense that you are using some part of waste, most probably waste. Whatever you see that that you are using waste, you reduce the cost. We have a lot of we have a lot of waste here in Gambia that we can use. Oyster shells, the moth. We are going back to the Asian time of building if we don't take time, and that is much more sustainable than the cement and sand, and it is eco-friendly to us. But it is people are now used to the new conventional method of building. Now even to tell somebody you are going to build is our house with mud. Hey, Banco Bungo,
Banco Bungo. Okay, that is the Banco Bungo.
Yeah, Banco Bungo or Magi or Nap. There are some buildings that are still standing more than 60 years plus. Nap. You use mud, mix it with stabilized limestone, which is start from oyster shell. It's a blending agent, so it develops the competitive strength.
So you think that will be cheaper than cement? And
it will be 60% less than actual cost.
60%.
So if a building is costing you $1 million, you can get it for 400,000.
That is like you said, oyster
shell. You use the mud, you name it. So it has some chemical component that you must add into it to stable. You know, a lot of engineering work involved. So it takes one to learn it, one to know how to apply it. And I did a sample house for someone. I cannot mention the name, but it is still standing and it is durable. Thermal insulation during the hot season, the room is not hot. During the cold season, the cold doesn't enter.
Okay.
So you see, it's a bit more than.
So do you think that is like the future of construction, like the future of housing in the Gambia?
It favors a lot of people. 80% of the population. If you see, most of the projects are built now are based on the diaspora or high-end people.
Okay, like you have been in this construction for like 3 years now. Sorry, you started your company for like 3 years now, and like most of your client base, most of them, the people that you work for, are Gambians in abroad, or
yeah. I think it's only one
that is based in Gambia.
That one that person is still struggling to complete.
Okay, yeah.
Because of it's not easy.
Finance and everything.
Yeah, so
basically, the people that are building in Gambia right now, majority are Gambians in abroad.
Yeah, just written this, just written for the about 62%.
62%.
About the GDP, I don't know.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it is from the diaspora.
Yeah.
What does that speak? 50%, more than 50%. So what does that speak?
It means that
people are pumping their wealth in this country. It's either you know it or you don't know it. You will see a civil servant until he or she retires. They don't own a property.
That is actually sad.
Right now, they are giving them land mortgages. But what will you use to build it? It will take them 10 years to complete the land mortgage.
By the time they will be
Just 100,000 or 150,000. When will they do it? Their pension? Most probably they will take the land and sell it, build their own family house, get just 2 bedroom, and just move on with life.
Yeah, even if you can afford the land, but to build there, that is also going to be another problem.
Exactly. One day, maybe my dream will come true. At least to come up with a low-cost housing, specifically for Gambians, specifically for the civil servant. It is very sad. You go and ask a civil servant worker, what motivation do you have when you are going to work? No. Yeah, but you will see, and look at our health sector. You will see good doctors, but they are finding a way to get a better working infrastructure because they don't even afford a house. But bond them with houses, low-cost houses. Then you will see the force. You will see the enrollment
The
in
drive and everything.
You will see the enrollment in the university. People, you see teachers. You have many brilliant Gambians. They can take in the university, but what will they get?
Nothing. So that is why they are all running away from.
Yeah, Dr. Sise mentioned it in one of his interviews. Sometimes, even for him to get fired, to work, it might be a problem. But he had the passion to teach. That is why he was struggling, and he's still struggling with the youth. But how many of them are there that are...
How many people are willing to do that?
No, not willing. Because of you might be the only guy in the house, the breadwinner. Because you're going to continue to be having low cases.
Yeah.
So definitely, we should really look into it and make it much more affordable, so that at least.
Yeah, I think right now there's they cannot make it affordable if we are using the traditional housing, like the cement, because cement is expensive. Cement is like 325.
Cement last year was 285. Scarcity came, the price went up. The demand went up, the price went up. When it is available, the price did not come back down.
So you see. No, the prices don't go down here.
Yeah.
Only go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cement is expensive. Roads, all these building materials, they are very, very expensive. So right now, the way we build here in Gambia, I don't see it going down. Let's say affordable housing. I don't see that being affordable for the average Gambian unless we change course. Like you said, the future of Ngelmack. We are looking to this, Nepal.
Right now, I'm doing a bit research. I'm doing a research about it. Though I'm a bit occupied and it's a bit slow, but I hope that at the end results, it will. I want to use it as my final year project, so that I will try to implement it and see if I'll get the support. If I get the support, it's for the nation. If I don't get, I will still keep trying. Yeah.
Because honestly, we need an alternative. We need to change, because this thing it is working. It is because people are building, but most of them are Gambians in abroad. People that are working for UN. But for the average Gambian, we need to look for the average Gambian, the things that they can afford, the type of housing. We build that type of housing for them. The type of housing that they can afford. Since their salary, the average is 10 grand. Let's just say 10,000 a month. If you're earning 10,000 a month, there's no way that, you'll be able to afford a house, a 3-bedroom house, 1.5 million, and you have responsibilities and everything. At the end of the day, what are you going to save to start building?
Exactly. That is what I'm trying to say. The estate housing that are in Gambia is a no-go area for the Gambia.
Exactly.
So it takes one to at least come up with a new strategy. Fine, they are doing good, they are helping other people. But we usually get a proper scheme to the National Assembly. You have your security, not a National Assembly. You have that. You have funds. Budget it up. Use the Ministry of Works. You can get cheaper labor in terms of the military. The engineer unit they are there. Use them. Increase their pay scale, so that they will go and build their houses for you. They are the ones that are going to benefit from it. You have a state quarter. Right now, after Caribbean Estate and Park Quarter, which estate, which government estate do you know? So the security they had together. but they give it to people. Most of them sold it out.
The civil servant can sell it.
How can you build it?
Yeah, if they give you a land you cannot build, obviously.
Go to credit union. They give them land. I know people. I did a complimentary drawing for them. Still now they're not able to start. It is a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. So people, if you just tell them this is what it will cost you, roughly, you just give up. We have like a
Yeah, definitely.
so you start to be doing parties. Whenever you see some things in that you can do corruption.
It's
You just go.
corruption. Yeah, that is why corruption is rampant now, because people are thinking about surviving, building houses, and sending their children to better schools.
So yeah, there are so many reasons why housing is expensive in the Gambia. Cost of land, construction, building material, you name it. Bro, back then land used to be so cheap, you might even get it for free. Because my grandmother was explaining to me how my grandfather was offered a land around this Kololi New Road, the Senegambia ends, and he refused because whenever alala bugut, imagine the Senegambia ends, time bobu no fufu mungi neka ala, ben you lafa offer land, but ngane yo bugulo. So when I come, Gambia is a small and a developing country. Come, things young develop every single day. And right now, so they may Sanyang or this Gunjur ends, a land that will cost you like 300k. So for the next 5 years, it will go up. So land prices are always going up. Construction costs, vitamin therefore always go up. Building materials, they are always going up. So everything is going up. So that is why the average Gambian do not afford, for example, like a 3-bedroom house or a 2-bedroom house. They do not afford because salary and the prices and everything are going up. That is why when I see real estate companies, they are doing affordable housing. But then after having this conversation with Modou, still I realized that it is actually affordable housing. Affordable housing is actually affordable housing. Like, let's look at the Dalaba estate, for example. A 2-bedroom house is like 1.6 million. I think, 1.6 million for 2-bedroom house. And a 3-bedroom house is like 2.5 million. And Modou mentioned the affordable housing in Africa is pegged at $60,000, which is like $3 million. So the like is in the African standard, it is affordable. It is affordable housing. But so whole Gambian pay scale then it is not like affordable. So see Gambian people. Because so whole the average Gambian salary it is $17,000 according to Google. It is $17,000 is according to Google. Telulu someone them cut down. But let's just say it is $17,000, which is like $350. So imagine Kunekari and $350, but Kukuno Nakala more afford a house which are 2.5 million or 1.6 billion dollars is could they earn $350, like 17 grand. Kuku Nakala more afford a lulu. So if you're someone like my dad, but you're gonna interest in dollar because dollar mortgage because interest is haram. So hanging for mom don't check that estate, you not go there. Because the mortgage at the Dalaba estate is like $20,000 per month. For this, like for the 2-bedroom housing, the 1.6 million is like $20,000. $20,000 is every month. For the mortgage, it's like, I don't know, period of 10 years, how much exactly Nakala. But no, it's like 20,000. So Kuneka they earn 17,000. Even if so to get a mortgage visa, document. So what are the solutions? You have the average Gambian will not afford to sample like a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom house. His salary and be like land solutions. Number one, more government estates. Like Modou mentioned, there are only 2 government estates one Carnifing estate and Bakwade estate. So government they should at least try and build more estates. Like don't just give civil servants empty lands. They will not be able to develop it. The next minute then call them Njie. What you can do is use the Gambia Armed Forces Engineering Team. I think you build this UTG Faraba campus. So use them, develop those lands and sell it to the civil servants at interest-free rates. Since they are working for the government, make them pay over the period of 10 to 20 years, Like, I don't know how realistic this is there, but if you think it is possible or not, let me know in the comments below. Number 2 is low-cost housing. But with the way things are going, we'll have to go back to our Banku Bumal there. Construction technology is developing and advancing daily. Now they can make mud houses look so beautiful, so modern, waterproof, durable. They can last for centuries. And on top of all that, they are cost effective. Modou said it is 60% cheaper than using cement. I know my knowledge on this topic is very limited, so you can go ahead and make more research on low-cost housing. What are the options, what are the advantages, and of course the disadvantages. And I hope more young Gambians in the construction field will also try to look into low-cost housing and how to implement it in the Gambia. Modou said he is doing more research on it, and it is definitely the future of Ngelmack construction. So if you have an idea about low-cost housing and how the average Gambian can afford to build houses here, share it in the comments below. And if you don't mind being featured on this channel, you can reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter at Ghana Did It. And if possible, we will make a video about it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video if you think it is worth sharing.